Greetings. A lot of weird energy in the collective, isn't there? Yeah, I like that. I like that two-faced energy in there. That's why I like my cup so much. It makes them think. A lot of cult leader energy in the cards. You know, David Koresh was an INFJ. Did you know that? So was Osama bin Laden. I saw a video that said that he's still alive somewhere. Go figure. Can't believe anything these people say. Too many lies, and hell, they still say that Hitler INFJ is still alive. But, you know, I mean, with the whole second coming of Christ consciousness, you know, Jesus was an INFJ too. I don't know if you'd call Christianity a cult or not, but that's what it is. Anyway, so a lot of energy in the cards about people worried about what they might be going through with what comes around goes around. Oh, interesting. You know, I can remember after my first near-death experience, pretty dumb, little mixture of this, mixture of that. That's why I don't like pills. Certainly don't like alcohol. Certainly don't like alcohol because you can't mix pills with alcohol. You wake up in the hospital. You know, most INFJ are born the little boy from The Sixth Sense. Then you wake up in the hospital in this new reality, like you're Bruce Willis or some weird shit from The Sixth Sense. You remember? That's how The Sixth Sense ended. Bruce Willis was the guy that the little boy could see. Anyway, so you're basically now no longer a little INFJ child. You can see the error of your ways, and you took the Bruce Willis and waking up in a different bed, usually in a big building, surrounded by tubes and hoses and shit. And that's never any fun. Sometimes we don't learn our lessons. I know the second ND, I got Narcaned. Let me tell you, that's never any fun. Especially not when you don't trust any of the people in the home. It's what it is. I mean, the final straw was finding a hidden camera in our bedroom. So it was pretty cool. I know there's a lot of stories. I guess I'm a legend in and out of the house. It's just what it is. I like doing legendary shit. You know, they say the INFJ does 6 impossible things before breakfast. Interesting. Anyway, that situation, I can't prove that's not that red-headed, green-eyed, RH negative bloodline, because it is. I mean, when you can see through their form and you tell them, it opens up a whole different can of worms, and then they start running all through your tarot cards. So it's just what it is. You know, a lot of fallen angel energy in the cards. They talk about Pisces having the rare ability to walk between the worlds of angels, demons, and jinn. It's past life stuff. Past life. It's all in the past. That's why we leave it in the past. But they do. They want to try to use someone's past life energies against them. And chances are, if we already learned that lesson, and that's what all the tarot readers are saying, Pisces, you've already learned that lessons. Now your ancestors are pissed. And I wouldn't want to think about the anger that can come from ancestors due to my multiple past lives. You know, that's one thing Dolores Cannon said. It says, when you hear that someone is an old soul, that doesn't make them any better than anyone else. Hell, if anything, it makes them a slow learner. A slow learner. And we all have to learn sometime. Anyway, you know, I mean, when you when you start the healing journey and you start tapping into your intuition, you start finding out that a lot of the things that we thought were true just simply aren't. It's more about money than anything else. And then when you figure out for every this, there is a that, and you go with that instead of this, you still have a lot of this people that want to hold you to this, and they want to hold you to more of this, and that's being bound to the devil. And I just can't have that. I have to go over and take that. I have to take that other route so I'm not bound to this and this. I'd rather take that than be bound to this. That's what it is. And to hear that's the energy in the cards, that people don't like the idea of Pisces pulling people in with 888 triple threat tower of karma energy, because that's what they say. They say when that life path 8 earth angel pops into your reality, it is a lesson or a blessing with karma or dharma tenfold. Now, hearing one of the readers say that her 8th house represented the house of it'd be the death house, your karma. I'm an 8th house sun, so I guess that would be getting karma from the sun. That's where it is, because the sun kind of exposes things. It kind of shines the light on everything. 6:55 on the clock, 6:56. That's what it is. But when you hear that energy of them trying to stop Pisces, the Earth Angel, the INFJ that uses both sides of their brain, the healer, whatever these people say about them wanting to stop, block, impede, molest, end. Hell, there is even the energy of end the blessings in the cards. And due to the fact it was the truth 20 years ago, and repeated truths. I can't take this anymore. You've got to go, or I am. And then usually it's me. I go because I can't take that shit anymore. So it is. And then they get left. They get left in some, in their feelers. And I mean, that was the energy that was in the cards this morning. Is all of these people have been wrapped up in their own kind of karmic hell of what comes around goes around, based on the energy that they put out, because what you put out comes back to you. The energy that you put out comes back to you. And it is basically all based on intentions. I'm not going to say that I've never made any mistakes, but chances are, fucking, when you have to choose this or that in a profoundly sick society that's backwards, that's designed for you to fail, sometimes you have to go against the grain. I mean, even a trout is smart enough to swim upstream. Anyway, a lot of these individuals are starting to see that magic is backfiring. Now, when I hear a reader say that August 22 master builder, when I hear them say that August 22 is important, yes, I'll give you a perfect visual example of why that is important. That is the energy that is going back on these people. Anything I say, your job is always to prove me wrong, because the only way we can learn is if you prove me wrong. It's just these are just things that I think, and then I can tell you where to go. And most of, I don't like being told where to go. Well, if you want to find the fucking information, you got to go there. We had to go there. We had to fuck around and find out, right? You can do research on the paranormal INFJ. They keep talking about they tried to sacrifice the key. Okay, the low key to what? The low key to their earth magic? The low key to universal life force energy? The low key feminine shapeshifter? It's an energetic thing. I mirror all of these people. They don't like that, especially when the narcissist gets their own reflection mirrored back to them. And it's sad to say is that's most of the people that are in power, because they have to have an image to uphold. They have to have money and power over their narcissistic supply. And then when you unmask their ass, everything falls apart. Now you got dangerous. Now you have people, war, 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 war. So, anyway, the fact that they try to use energetic means on the Earth Angel means energetic means will be going back to them. The reason August 22 is important is you can go look up INFJ Pocahontas. We've all seen Disney's Pocahontas. Okay, great. These celebrities are using energetic spiritual work on one another. A secret that they don't want let out. You've always heard Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, all these guys talking about, becoming a part of the club where they have control over you. And I'm sure most of these people, fucking hashtag me too. Okay. Well, this is hashtag me 3, mind, body, and soul. That's what it is. When you see Pocahontas, I told you not to chew on that stuff. Just because it's on the ground doesn't mean you eat it. You don't have to eat this. There's that in there. Anyway, INFJ Pocahontas. When you see her arrested in Ohio, yes, Ohio is significant. Now, when I heard the Carolinas being significant and funeral home director, I have a cousin who is a pastor and a funeral home. He owns a funeral home in the Carolinas, so leave that shit alone. You got dark Pisces family secrets coming out, and then you fucking say these things. People I haven't seen in years, yet that energy is coursing all through the cards because the sun has exposed it. So that's what it is. It's a tough path. It's a tough path. Anyway, what is the positive to that? Cool, you can heal. I mean, Dolores Cannon's whole schmill is, if your mind is powerful enough to make you sick, it is powerful enough to heal you. In 117 countries, not just in little bitty America that's only like 0.4% or not even 4%. It was fucking, the global economy has nothing to do with your land of the free. That's why it's systematically being demolished as we speak. It'll be your next China underwater. I can't do anything about that. It's in God's hands. Let that shit go. Anyway, cup's empty. So you've got these cult leaders that are heartless that wanted to see unalive magic work on the Earth Angel. Great. They wanted to, and it's what these ladies are talking about, blessing blockers. Someone who woke up every day wanting Pisces to be unhappy, wanting to see Pisces fail, but then Pisces just kind of moves around each one of these blessing blockers. Blame anyone for my problems. I've dealt with adversity my entire life. I trained guys how to get through it until I got tired of that shit. I didn't want to do it anymore. So I'm known for not wanting to do shit anymore because it's shit, and we don't always want to do certain shit anymore. So anyway, go look at INFJ Pocahontas, and that's the basic thing. I would assume they get you wrapped up into some kind of contract with a hidden clause and then try to make you seem crazy. Okay, well, fucking, that's the same. They're doing the same insane thing over and over again, expecting a different result because that's what they're used to doing. So that basically means they're fucking insane. And I'm doing something crazy different and putting a stop to it before it starts. I don't need their lights, their camera, their action. And you've got consistent readers talking about how they want to dull the Earth Angel shine that's burning bright like a candle. What's it going to attract? Shit. It's going to attract people that want to heal. It's going to attract the unhealed that are jealous, envious, and blessing blockers. Okay, great. So we all have to work together. We all have to work together. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that, right? You've got readers talking about God is bringing down holy fire hotter than hell. Okay, that's for them. That they wanted this. They wanted this. They asked for it. They manifested it, little trigger demons. So that's their demise. I can't do anything about that. On the other side, we get that. Because we have to go for that. We have to go for our dreams, other shit. While they're burning in holy fire hotter than hell, we have to go over this way. That's what it is. We have to make the decision. We can't sit here and be burning up in our consciousness and our, you use your burning desire and go forward on your soul's path, not sit in your burning regrets of all the things that didn't fucking work out for you in your life, and why your life is shit, and why you have no discipline, and why you can't take responsibility for your actions. I've taken responsibility for every block they've put in my way. To the point of waking up in they're worried about being homeless. What? I was there. You got tarot reader after tarot reader talking about how they made it so fucking unbearable to live in this home with their casting magic at the house. I told you that. That's what it is. What kind of entity were they using? Go check out fucking when Pocahontas got arrested. That's what it is. I've been through that shit. What you see on that police body cam that they can't fucking explain, I just told you. They can't fucking explain it, and I just told you. So, I don't like to be told. Well, cool. Go over here with the fucking cops that can't explain shit. I have a lot of fun with this. Anyway, thank you for the beautiful 5-star reviews. Right? And I agree with these readers. If you sit back long enough, someone will show you who they are. Them exposing me as my past lives. Okay, great. So we're all fucking human. Being human is the most foreign thing in the minds of these people. That they want to be a doctor, they want to be a lawyer, they want to be a police officer, they want to be a fireman. Ain't none of them fucking human. Autonomous robots doing their job. Yeah, cool. So we're Nazis. Go do that job. Fucking freedom Nazis. That's what it is. Anyway, we're going to have to deal with this energy that's backfiring, right? And when you have readers talking about, groups came together trying to control one person because they're fucking cowards. They can't do it physically, so they had to use metaphysical means. Okay, great. Well, it's the same way they made fucking INFJ Irene Bedford go crazy, right? Why is August 22 so significant? I was arrested the same time she was. Obviously, it affects INFJs in a paranormal way. That's what it is. But where they run into problems with me is the things that you're going through an awakening. Okay. So you go and you see these dupters. What's the first thing that dupter wants to do? He wants to poison you and limit your abilities. You just have to get through it. You have to toughen it up. Fucking go talk to people, however, have the common sense to tell them you're going through a spiritual awakening, or don't fucking talk to them. That's what it is. They're behind the times. Dolores Cannon said that. You go to these dupters and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about because you guys are having energetic issues due to the Schumann resonance raising, and they're still stuck to the old way of doing things, expecting a different result, can't figure out why because they're fucking insane. So when she said God himself had to step in, okay, cool. Are you talking about the INFJ that works with Reiki, which is universal life force energy, or God force love's frequency of intent to help or heal? That's what it's called. 2,500 years old. So, and it's in my birth chart, so I probably have a little bit of a better understanding of how the fuck energy works as a light worker. Oh, I've got to see it to believe it. Cool. Go look at China. Go look at the drought that was in New Mexico that's now a deluge. Oh, I saw Roswell got flooded. Yeah. You think the angels are pissing on Roswell? I made you a nice community post with that. That's what it is. You got to think, you study Aleister Crowley, that's what he was known for opening a portal and letting a gray come through. And then now you've got all the shit going on in Roswell, right? Occult knowledge that you're not supposed to know, that 888 is the redeemer frequency of. I'm the redeemer of occult and mystic knowledge. The one thing they didn't want to happen, Pisces to tap his brain into the crown and get a connection. Cool. So you've got an earth angel that's getting their downloads from the Most High. Yeah, and there's not much. That's great for a clairsentient. Yeah, I know how they like to have me on edge. Fucking, that's what it is. Yes, I had to learn how to balance my emotions because I've been here 40 years and want to shove mufflers up cowboys' asses. Some serious Brokeback Mountain shit. Ram that muffler right up his ass at 3 a.m. That's what it is. Wouldn't you? That's what it is. Come on, you know you would too. Male or female, right up that cowboy's ass with his tombstone belt buckle. You know why cowboys have a great big belt buckle? Yeah, it's the sign of a dead wiener. Anyway, so evidently you have large groups of people who have, and I'm going to tell you, most of them are fighting for their addictions. They're fighting for their limitations. They're fighting for the shit that they did in the dark that they're pissed off because Pisces no longer does that in the dark. Okay, great. So you open up an intuitive healing business. You find there's no profit in the fucking cure. Okay, great. So who's going to be the competition to that? The people that keep you in health care because they keep you in a treatment matrix where you're running around like a hamster in a wheel. That's what it is. I mean, talking with, and I won't say Tim's last name, however, ear, nose, and throat specialist, right? Blackballed from the medical field because they wanted him to pay them to hang his license that he paid a shit ton of money to go to school for in their office because they owned it, and his technique that he was doing on the side with his patients was taking money away from their continued care department. I'm sorry, sir, but you're taking money away from our continued care with your ability to fucking help your patients. He couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that shit either, but it's true. He came to me. And I have permission to talk about the shit. So, anyway, no, you're talking about them using energetic means to block shit. Okay, great. So you're telling me that's what caused Gaia Media to fail? Because that business had been in, when I signed up with them, I paid a lot of money to get that school going. The market crashed. Gaia Media went out of business after 15 years. The boss got sick. Well, what does that tell you with karma affecting everyone in these groups? Everyone that Pisces tried to go and work with, they would fucking try to stop me and ended up stopping who the fuck I was working with. Stupid. That's what it is. Manipulation, feeble minds that you can't do anything about. They don't know how to overcome these things. It's like, okay, great. So we can't deal with Gaia. Let's go over here to fucking Six Figure. Well, what's Six Figure going to do? Fucking, she's talking about jar spells and freezer spells and shit as a fucking high ticket coach. Okay, well, we know where that energy came from in your cards. And I told them that spiritual businesses come with karma. They didn't like that. How are you preparing these high ticket clients for a new digital financial system that's going to affect the globally? Oh, we're not going to say nothing. We're going to fucking hang them out to dry. Yeah, well, guess what? I'm going to be that 5-star healer in the end when you fucked everybody that I got to heal. It's just job security in the end. So it is. You talk to public speakers. We're going to do the public speaking thing, and it's still on the back burner. There's YouTube. YouTube is what it is. We recoup in other ways. Too much fucking magic going on, right? You leave something on the back burner because when you see everyone that I work with getting a black magic backfire because of some cult leader that wants to see his unalive magic work on an earth angel, so he goes into the depths of his Book of the Dead, their fire magic, fucking everything, right? and then that shit bounces off of me, right? And it doesn't, and then so you've got these other people projecting their negative shit because they've come in the background and run their fucking mouths. Okay, great. Now everybody in conflict, you reap what you sow. That's what it is. I found a way to heal and keep moving forward, and now everybody's sick as fuck, planning for their funerals. Okay, that's what it is. What they wanted for another is what they wanted for themselves. I know a funeral home director, got one in the family. Go down to the Carolinas. Hell, that energy was in the cards. Go figure. Fucking family fighting over inheritance when I don't give a fuck about any of that. I still have all the tips, tricks, tools, resources, all of Pisces blessings that have been protected. Yes, they've been protected this entire time, because what is meant for you can't be taken from someone the fuck else, right? What is the problem? I don't want to do that shit anymore. I'll let you do it. I got all these tips, tricks, tool. People are coming in to help Pisces with his business. Okay, cool. Where's Pisces? What fucking business? What destiny was protected by God force energy for Pisces that they keep wanting to stop, block, blah, 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 to the point of China's underwater, Roswell's underwater. You had droughts in New Mexico. Now it's flooding the New Mexico deluge, right? And what is my competition? Dupters who want to poison you over your abilities that you don't understand. And then what do I get to do in the end? No water in New Mexico? Cool. Go see Dr. Hawk. I know him personally. He can hawk and spit on that thing for you. Sweet. They don't like me because I piss them off with the truth. That's what it is. You can't take most of what I say and fucking be able to, and I pick the shit that's unbelievable. I mean, who the fuck is going to believe that, my stepdaughter Isabella was an earthquake and her mother fucking I haven't seen since the day I left. Seen my daughter, but I haven't seen her or hers. Why? Because the child was an earthquake. Got them all off in the cards after 20 years. And then God hands me Lake Isabella earthquake for Mother's Day. Okay, great. Here you go, ex-wife. Get the fuck out of the tarot reader's cards and have an earthquake named after your daughter for Mother's Day. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a beautiful idea. You got church members that are doing your gang stalking and shit. Okay, cool. I'm sure that all stems from their grandmother, Barbara. Well, hell, she was the first hurricane of the season. That's what it is. You got cult leaders, church members, a whole fucking community under judgment, and God's naming natural disasters after them. I can't do anything about that. Can't do anything about that. But when you hear these readers say if they'd have put all of their time, effort, and energy into listening to the things that I was saying, instead of worrying about what I was doing, if they had been doing the things I was saying, they'd have fucking healed. That's what it is. I mean, come on, for me to wake up in a hotel room with your Catholic translator between Spanish and English couldn't figure out, she was having the blonde lady on the plane moment. Oh my God, this motherfucker is not real. Blah, 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 blah. That's what it is. What did that set the path to? Simple enough. When I have a client come to me and say, I'm having these paranormal experiences, okay, well, I'm a paranormal INFJ. Come on with it. I second guessed my intuition and someone told me I was crazy. I don't do personal tarot readers anymore unless I really, really like you. Because I do one trying to help two ladies out in New Mexico pick up human sales, human black market sales. So now there's a deluge. Yeah, you can dip your woman in there and get her wet before you sell her now. Anyway, and if you need medication, go see Dr. Hawk. He can spit on that thing for you. You got New Mexico dipped in fucking human trafficking karma. Okay, great. See something, say something. Didn't fucking work there. They think you're absolutely crazy when You're telling them about classes you have taken, right? And then they're in jealousy, envy, ego, because they don't understand what you're talking about. Because, well, number one, they don't have any fucking class. There's classes for the things that you're talking about that they're unaware of. So what that tells me is you have professionals that are poisoning people that are completely unaware of the shit that you're talking about because of money, because they make money to do it. They make money to poison you and limit your gifts. Cool. Right? Now, I mean, you don't even have to have Dr. Hot and spit on that thing. You can go to China and get you a fucking cup of water. It's what it is. Right? You can't have that energy in the cards of the romance scammers trying to block or tease the Earth Angel, whatever the fuck. They're trying to block my business on Facebook. And they're all fucking Asian. It's all Asian women with pictures of beautiful plates of food and their world travels and their glamour spells and their beauty spells and their fake profiles and fucking da 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 da. Or it's a bunch of romance scammers. Okay, great. Now China's underwater. I can't do anything about China being underwater. However, if you're trying to flood my divinely protected business as a divinely protected healer working with the Most High, whether I'm channeling it through Reiki for healing or I'm calling it into you in a QHHT or quantum healing hypnosis technique session, right? That's Dolores Cannon working with the Most High, the Creator Consciousness. Yes, you opened portals. Hey, we had problem portals with the devil yesterday. That's what it is. And then you've got the paranormal INFJ that is the key to what? Time travel? So what Dolores Cannon said, a past life regression, that's time travel. That's taking your ass back in time. And then yanking you back to the future. With 5-star reviews. Oh, they don't like that. They didn't like Reiki. They didn't like 5-star Jesus healing because, I mean, Reiki is said to be the alchemical, mystical healing ability that Jesus had. And the only people that have something bad to say about Reiki are Christians because the church attracts sinners. To attune to Reiki, you have to be able to match love's intent to help or heal. It cannot be used for negative purposes or you lose your ability. Great. So tell me, how many people go to church every Sunday because they want to heal themselves or others? Of course, there's jealousy and the envy. Oh, I don't want to heal myself. I don't want to heal others. I want to go to church every Sunday and pray to God to do it. Right? We had to pray to God to get you away from us. Simple enough. How do you do that? You set your intention. You call down Reiki. You build your protective shield. You call your energy back, bring it down to your heart space as the most powerful electromagnetic instrument on this planet, and you return their energy back to them. It's a normal meditation, right? Because when you have all this negative energy, I have to clear my space. I can't have them sending all that negative energy to me. No. I either transmute it into the ground and then have freaking 5-star Jesus manifest, a happy, healthy die, my friend, because they wanted to put an end to QHHT. And then you have God steadily sending you the signs of leave that Earth Angel alone, leave that Earth Angel alone, to the point of where now Roswell's getting pissed on by aliens. China's underwater. Barbara is a hurricane, the first one of the season. Your cricket attorney, Eric, he was the second hurricane of the season. all the people that surrounded my mother. That's what it is. And that was the most unbelievable part to all of this. Practicing Reiki on my... She had an appointment with a duped her for them to take her fucking foot. They were going to amputate her foot. She fell cutting that palm tree right there. Open ankle fracture. She walked smoking 5 packs of cigarettes a day till the day she passed. August 2022, very significant. Why did she fall? Probably because of the fucking magic they were casting at this home. Right? I was homeless during that time. All that energy that Tarot was talking about, fucking the energy here was so negative and unbearable. I left. I wasn't homeless because I was homeless because I wanted to be. I don't want to fucking be here anymore. I have a phone. I can build my business on the phone, fucking under a tree, fucking anywhere. You have Christine Holiday. Follows a lot of my shit on Facebook. You can finding Christine in the Lightworkers lab and having her remove a reptilian from my heart led me right to Reiki for fucking reptilian removal. That's what it is. It's a negative energy buildup that affects your chakra systems. It's in the Ascension Glossary. It's not like you can't read and study these things that I talk about. I talk about them because I had the fucking experience. I had to do the research to figure out what was going on. However, when you hear a reader talking about last August being important, and yes, it comes in steps, 1s, 2s, and 3s, 3, 6, 9. What comes around goes around. Cool. I would expect this August to be hot. You got these readers talking about holy fire hotter than hell and Jinn going back, which they summoned entities. Right? A lot of people don't believe in that shit. Okay, great. That's why it's called fucking Jinn magic. That's why it takes a magician to do. Hermetic ceremonial occult magic. Shit that was hidden from you for a reason that affected me directly. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Right? And they have a very hard time arguing with me now because, number one, you'll tell them about the information. Oh, fucking people put out anything on the fucking internet. Okay, great. That's why I let a tarot reader say it first, because now you can go argue with her about what she agrees with me on that they put on the internet. If two shall see, so shall it be. The shit is manifested, and you are now banished by the power of 3. Simple enough. It's not that hard to figure out. What comes in 3s goes in 4s, protected by the angels, and divine justice is the 5 of swords. You're out of there. Have time for that shit. That's what it is. I've done way too much research, way too much studying, way too much practicing on getting entire fucking groups off of my asshole. Confirmation. That's what it is. Can't do anything about that. You open up an intuitive healing business, right, that deals with Reiki teddy bears. Cool. What is my opposition? People that play with voodoo dolls. Once again, that's what it is. Right? What is the downfall when you're having a spiritual war between guys that play with Reiki teddy bears and fucking voodoo priests that play with voodoo dolls? You can't explain that to some dumb country redneck that's not smarter than a fucking muffler. That's what it is. Sweet. He's free. He's free to do that shit. 3 a.m., fucking 4 a.m. That's what it is. I can't do anything about that. That's what it is. Just like he can't do anything about me getting on YouTube calling him out for being a dumb redneck that's dumber than a muffler at 3 a.m. Fucking, you think he's going to understand Reiki teddy bears or fucking voodoo? He's not smart enough to know not to rack off a muffler at 3 a.m. Anyway, it's just what it is. So yeah, I expect that shit to go back on him. You want to know what this group is. When you hear a reader say the entity they summoned is going back on them and all involved, if you want to know what they're about to go through, great, go check out INFJ Pocahontas. That's what it is. When you see Irene Bedford getting arrested on that paranormal police body cam in Ohio, you'll know exactly what these people are about to go through. 3 ways that entity enters an NPC, Main character, doesn't matter. Anyone with confirmation, anyone without spiritual protection, heightened states of rage, heightened states of fear, or when they're in their passion. Why do you think they keep poking the bear? Why do you think you keep hearing tarot readers say they keep reactive abuse to the Earth Angel? Because they're trying to get me into heightened states of rage, heightened states of fear, so that the entity they sent can get its job done instead of being returned back to them. Which time's up. It's already been returned. I called in angels. You got readers talking about war angels are surrounding the Earth Angel now. Yeah, that means that entity is working through that group. That's what it is. I can't do anything about it. I don't care. I can't do anything about it, and I do not care. I have let that shit go. I have released it. You listen to the tarot readers. Listen to what they're telling you is going on. They know more than I do. That's what it is. It's 44 on the clock. That's what it is. You've got that energy of it. They didn't want to bring the Earth Angel the truth, so the Earth Angel had to rely on intuition and God to tell me what I needed to know. Okay, great. Well, it looks like it's working out pretty well. Looks like it's working out pretty well. You got natural disasters happening left and right. God's been showing these people how dumb they are and that He's in charge. Okay, great. I can go with that. I can go with that. Got people still looking for every way possible to fucking go against God. Enjoy that shit. That's what it is. I've wasted enough of your time. Namaste.